Well, hello, thank you for joining me today again on the Church History Trail. And where we find ourselves today is in County Tyrone. And we're actually at General Grant's ancestral home. And you can see a wee pond there, which is absolutely beautiful, as you can see. Now, Hiram Ulysses Grant was born in Point Pleasant, Ohio on the 27th of April 1822. And Grant was actually accepted to the West Point Military Academy on the 1st of July 1839 as a cadet. And he was enlisted as US Grant by mistake. And so the S stuck, and he was known then by the nickname of Sam, US Grant, Uncle Sam Grant. Now, he graduated on the 30th of June 1843, 21st out of 39 in the class, so he certainly wasn't up in the top 10 anyway. And during the Mexican-American War of 1846 to 1848, Grant actually distinguished himself as a daring and competent soldier. And he rose to commanding general of the Union Army during the American Civil War of 1861 to 1865. And in 1863 he led the Vicksburg campaign, and he gained control of the Mississippi River, dealing the Confederacy actually a serious blow, because it split the Confederacy in two. And it was Grant who accepted General Lee's surrender at Appomattox Courthouse, Virginia, on the 9th of April 1865. And there in the distance you can see Grant's ancestral home, so I'm going to take you down there. Now, after the war, Grant would eventually become the 18th President of the United States, and he served from 1869 to 1877. And he was a prolific cigar smoker. There was hardly a time when the cigars weren't in his mouth. And he died on the 23rd of July 1885. And so this is Grant's ancestral home, and Grant's great-grandfather, John Simpson, was born in a farmhouse outside Ballygolly, and he was born in this farmhouse here. And so this is Grant's ancestral home. Of course, the Simpsons were Presbyterians. So how cool is that? Now you can see the sign which says Ancestral Home of Ulysses Simpson Grant, President of the USA 1869 to 1877. So quite amazing. And in 1760 John Simpson left the north of Ireland, and he actually emigrated then to the United States city of Ohio. So for any of my American viewers that are watching, this is the origin of General Grant. Pretty amazing, isn't it, when you think of it? Absolutely amazing. And that's some of the farm utilities that they would have used. I think if I remember, yeah, that's a potato digger. That was for digging up the potatoes. So quite amazing. You can see some of the farm implements. So that's a grinding stone. The ploughs. So we're going to have a wee look here. And this is a wooden barrel used for catching rainwater. This water would be used for washing and watering the plants in the yard. So we'll go and have a wee look. See if General Grant's about. You can actually smell the turf. There's a nice wee sign there, but he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him. And with his stripes we are healed. And that's Isaiah 53 and verse 5, if I am correct. Yep, verse 5. And it says here, this is a jump, I think, wall. Was built to prevent direct draft into the open fire, and always contained a window, either diamond, square or rectangular shape, to allow daylight into the kitchen. So there you are, we're heading into General Grant's ancestral home. Pretty amazing, isn't it? Pretty amazing. I think that's a butter churner. It is, for making butter. Back in the day. I think that's Grant's mother, is it? No, it's Hannah Simpson. That's Hannah Simpson. Oh, it is, mother of Ulysses Simpson Grant. They thought the S was for Simpson, but it was actually a mistake. So that's Grant's mother. Nice wee photo there of her. Pretty amazing, isn't it? This is called a settle bed, I think it is. Common feature in rural cottages was a settle bed which doubled as a seat during the day and opened out as a bed for one adult and two children at night. So there you are. Brilliant. There's the man himself, Ulysses S. Grant, also known as Unconditional Grant, because of the terms that he offered. They were the terms he offered at Fort Donaldson. He became known as Unconditional Surrender Grant. So pretty amazing to still have this, isn't it? There's the fan bellows. That's to get the fire going. And I'll see if I can show you up the chimney. Best I can, anyway. There you go. And that's for the horse. Talks a wee bit about the fireplace here. The main room in every house was called the kitchen and had a peat or turf fire, you can smell it, used for heat and cooking. It was never allowed to go out. Above the fire was suspended an iron crook of adjustable length to hang cooking pots, griddles, etc. Sometimes the crook was suspended from a crane that could swing out towards the left-hand side of the hearth. This was the woman's side of the kitchen, while the other side was the man's side, usually with a seat well out of the woman's territory. So I wonder which side the dishes were on. Were they on the man's side or the woman's side? If I was living back then, I would hope they were on the woman's side, because I wouldn't want to be doing the dishes. We'll have to be quacking in here. I see somebody, somebody's in the crib there. So I'll have to be quiet. I'll see a gentleman here. Hello, sir. How you doing? How are you? You're not one of the Simpsons, are you? A relation of Ulysses S. Grant. Maybe you're John Simpson himself. And he doesn't seem to want to say too much to me. There you are. That's what they used for washing. In those days, there was no water taps. You couldn't put the emergency heater on and get a bit of hot water. You had to put it on the fire. There's a Bible. That's Christ sending forth his disciples. So pretty amazing. Fantastic. There's the wee baby in the crib. Wonders the bed hard or soft. These old beds can be hard. It's hard as rock. Hard as rock, so it is. You can see the ceiling there, amazing, isn't it? Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So I'll take you outside and I'll show you a wee bit more. And there's a wee exhibition I'm going to show you, but I'll show you that in another wee video. That's where they kept the turf in there. You can see the turf. There's some old utensils there as well. You get a wee bit of a view here of the countryside as well. County Tyrone, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at County Tyrone. In the province of Ulster. Amazing. So I'm going to take you in and show you this room here, and then we'll wrap this wee video up. I'll give you another view outside the house, and then I'm going to do a wee video of there and in there as well, because there's a couple of exhibitions in there, so I'll try and fit them into the one video, hopefully. Now you can see some more farming implements. They had it hard in those days, there's no doubt about it. That's a turf spade there, so you can see. They certainly had it hard in those days. It was back-breaking work. That's the scythe. Look at the saws. At least the good thing about it, there's two men worked it where I'm one. But certainly back-breaking work. So there you go. That's General Ulysses S. Grant, or Uncle Sam Grant. Grant's ancestral homestead of John Simpson. And of course John Simpson left for America. He actually emigrated to America. So fantastic when you think of it. Absolutely fantastic. And of course John left here in 1760. Just think about it, if John Simpson hadn't went to America, there would have been no Ulysses S. Grant. That means there would have been no Ulysses S. Grant to defeat General Lee. I wonder, would the American Civil War have took a different turn? That's one of the what ifs. What ifs? What if John Simpson had never went to America? Thanks for watching, and God bless.